He walked 20 miles every day, just to keep our family together. I never saw him complain. Not once. Every morning he'd rise before the sun, quietly. No alarm clock, just the rhythm of a man who had long accepted sacrifice as part of life. He'd lace up the same old boots, worn down, stitched at the heel soles so thin you could see the shape of his steps. He'd pour himself a small cup of black coffee, no sugar, no cream, and drink it slowly at the edge of the table, in silence. Then he'd disappear, before the sky turned blue. As kids we thought he must have worked nearby. Maybe at the corner garage, maybe at a loading dock just a few streets away. He never talked much about his job. He just said, "I'll be back in time for dinner." And he always was. He never came home with bags or treats, but he came home with stories, with laughter, with hands rough from labor and eyes soft with love. He helped with homework, fixed broken toys, tucked us into bed. He carried our small world on his back, and we never saw it slipping. Then on my 16th birthday, I found out the truth. We were driving, and I asked him casually, "Why don't you ever use your car?" He smiled, then looked out the window. "The engine gave out years ago," he said. "We couldn't afford the repairs." I blinked. "But how do you get to work?" He hesitated for a moment. Then quietly he said, "I walk." "Walk? How far is it? 10 miles each way?" Pause. 20 miles every day? I sat there frozen. Every single day, he walked 20 miles, through blizzards, through storms, through blistering summer heat and icy winter mornings. He left before we woke, and returned just in time to smile like he hadn't just crossed a battlefield on foot. When I asked why he never told us, he looked at me the way only a father could, not with pride, but with gentle honesty. "Because you didn't need to carry that burden. That was mine." He didn't want pity. He didn't want praise. He wanted his children to live a childhood free of guilt and fear. He wanted us to grow up thinking everything was normal, even if he was bleeding behind that smile. The truth is, we were never poor in love, never poor in presence. Because our father ripped hardships steal our hope. He skipped meals so we could eat seconds, worked overtime so we could wear new shoes on the first day of school. He walked until his legs ached, until his back screamed, but never let us see the pain. He walked 20 miles every day, not for glory, not for choice, but because he loved us too much to stop moving forward. Now I keep those boots cracked, mud-stained, bent at the heel. They sit quietly at the back of my closet, but they speak louder than anything I own. They remind me that love doesn't always shout. It doesn't always hug or cry or say, "I'm proud of you." Sometimes it walks, in silence, in the cold, in worn-out shoes, one determined step at a time. My father didn't give us luxury. He gave us something rarer, a reason to believe in goodness, in grit, in love that shows up, no matter how far it has to travel. So now when life feels heavy, when the road ahead seems too long, I think of those 20 miles, and I remind myself, real love doesn't need a ride. It just needs a reason